Ngannou going to work now. These are big shots from Ngannou, because remember the power, the forward escort going 90 miles an hour or whatever. 1 minute 50 left in the round as well, still with lots of time. There it is, teeing off, massive bombs, taking out all his frustration. Oh, these are big nasty shots now to the side of the head of Ferreira, and it's going to be stopped, and he's out. He's unconscious. He's out cold. Referee, what the f*** are you waiting for? He just knocked him out cold. All right, so Francis Ngannou, the former UFC heavyweight champion of the world, a man that went over to the boxing world and fought Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, back-to-back, one close fight, one knockout defeat to Anthony Joshua. Of course, returned to mixed martial arts after an almost 3-year hiatus, and I tell you what, he made it look easy. He went out there against Renan Ferreira and got the job done in the first round. Made it look easy, hardly took a shot, and looked like a much more improved version of himself. Certainly talking about the grappling. Now, of course, styles make fights, and what's really good is beating a good opponent. And the champion of the PFL, Renan Ferreira, in the opinion of one Tom Aspinall, was not an elite fighter. However, that's not Francis Ngannou's fault. You got to fight the people in front of you, and the person that was Renan Ferreira, the PFL champ, a 6'8" man, a gigantic dude with good striking. Francis Ngannou returned, started the fight, landed a couple of calf kicks, landed a jab. A pretty tentative affair, then he timed a double leg takedown pretty well, picked him up, put him down, got on top. Renan Ferreira kind of threatened the triangle for a moment. Ngannou brushed that aside, got on top, and just started drilling him, got the turtle position, and boom, boom, boom. We know about the power, we know about the emotions, we know about the motivation. He's doing this to honor his son's memory. And I'm telling you, memory, that's going to be something that Renan Ferreira is struggling with today, because those ground and pound shots were ridiculous and he put him to sleep. Referee could have stepped in a bit sooner. Francis Ngannou just delivering those crushing blows one after the other, left him face down, flat, unconscious on the octagon's canvas. Well done to Francis Ngannou. A very tough year. Did well against Tyson Fury, but didn't get the job done. Got crushed against Anthony Joshua, and then went through something that nobody would wish on anybody, talking about, of course, the passing of his son. Came into this one with a lot of demons, a lot of pressure, wanted to honor his son's memory. In a sport that he hasn't competed in for almost 3 years, and maybe he might have been a little bit rusty, but he didn't. He looked phenomenal. He got the job done. The shots were not to the back of the head, like some people were suggesting. It was on the side of the head, just about here. So they were totally legal. Put him to sleep, got the job done, and everybody lost their minds. One person in particular that was very complimentary, that had something to say, of course, is Johnny Bones Jones, the UFC heavyweight champion of the world, who defeated Cyril Gane, who will be competing against Stipe Miocic in Madison Square Garden just next month. Here's what he said on Twitter. What an amazing job Francis did tonight. Displayed a complete MMA game. Great kicks, great takedowns. It feels good to see him shine. Wow. Congratulations, champ. I see you. I think what that is there is just John Jones being a good dude, sending a tweet out and saying congratulations. Okay, they're in different organizations. Yeah, it would have been great to see them fight. You never know what the future holds. Maybe that happens one day. I don't know. I wouldn't hold your breath. I think that is just John Jones coming out there and saying, look, listen, congratulations. The man's been through a very tough year, of course, with the personal tragedy that he went through. That's just Johnny Bones Jones coming out and saying, well done. Of course, it didn't take long before Twitter to start saying, you know, you're doing anything to avoid Tom Aspinall, right? He isn't doing anything to avoid Tom Aspinall. He's showing a bit of empathy. He's being nice. He's saying, job well done. And it was a job well done. But Renan Ferreira, whilst he's a big, tough, scary man, in the words of Tom Aspinall, he wasn't elite. He has looked elite against some competition, but tonight against Francis Ngannou, he certainly didn't look elite. Francis Ngannou didn't give him any chance. The fight even didn't get started. Francis didn't even get out of first gear, and he certainly didn't make it out of the first round. So a job well done for him. The question is, what's next? Who is there next? There's nobody in the PFL's heavyweight division. That's not Francis's fault. The fact that Ferreira isn't elite, that isn't Francis's fault. You can only fight the people presented to you. and that was the PFL heavyweight champion. So well done to Francis Ngannou. After the personal tragedy this year, he certainly deserves that. So he certainly went out there, honoured his son's memory, reminded everybody how capable he is as a fighter, and he also had some beautiful words afterwards. He said, "I recently found out that I wasn't tough." You kind of ask yourself, is this ever gonna be over? You think it might never be over. You just may as well learn how to live with it. I don't think a lifetime will be enough time to grieve. And I understand it as a father myself. It's what we all fear. It's our biggest fear as parents, okay? Francis Ngannou, congratulations. And of course, again, my sincere commiserations, condolences. But congratulations on a dominant performance tonight. Now, on the other side of the world, over here, Las Vegas, Nevada, at the UFC Apex, we saw another inspiring performance by the one and only Anthony "Fluffy" Hernandez. He was taking on Michel Periera. Michel Periera was a big, strong, athletic guy. The man does backflips to pass guard. The man's absolutely jacked, and he was on a massive win streak. Michel Periera was on an 8-fight winning streak, okay? 3 of those, his last 3 were in the first round. Before that, Santiago Ponzinibbio by decision, Andre Fiallo, and Nico Price, Chaos Williams, Zalim Imadaev, okay, an 8-fight win streak and some good names on there as well. He went out there, Anthony Hernandez, and did what I thought he would. This man has got a gas tank for days. He's got tremendous heart. He's got excellent jiu-jitsu, and he's just as tough as they come. In the first round, Pereira came out, put it on him hard, okay? Wobbled him, hurt him, ripped to the body. Looked like Hernandez was in a little bit of trouble. But if you can't sustain that for 5 rounds, you are in a world of shit with Anthony "Fluffy" Hernandez. This man never quits on himself. He has excellent skills. He's got a solid chin, and he can go and go and go. And that's exactly what he did. He got the stoppage in the 5th round. To be honest, it was all down to the toughness of Pereira that it even made it to the 5th round. As I say, he's big, he's strong. It requires a lot of oxygen, a lot of blood in the muscles to have that kind of stuff. I always say you can't be a sprinter and a marathon runner at the same time. And we saw tonight, after 1 round, Pereira essentially, he was kind of a sitting duck. He was still trying, he was still fighting, he was still even trying to get a takedown in the 5th round, but he just didn't have the pop. He still had the will to fight. He still fought his way back to his feet on many occasions. You got to have respect for Michel Periera, okay? Hernandez is a tough guy. Hernandez flies under the radar, but I'm telling you, expect very big things from Anthony "Fluffy" Hernandez. That was a great win. Just broke him down over 5 rounds, and then when he got on top, split him open with elbows. The referee had to jump in and save him from any more damage. Congratulations to Anthony "Fluffy" Hernandez and everyone else that competed on the card. Rob Font got back to winning ways. A tough performance over Kyler Phillips. Lost the 1st round, came back and got the job done in the 2nd and the 3rd. Charles Johnson also got the decision. Cameron Smotherman got the job done over Jake Hadley. And Darren "The Damage" Elkins never disappoints. An absolute back and forth war between Elkins and Daniel Pineda. Pineda showed up, made it a tough fight. The damage was on display, blood and guts all over the place. And at the end of the day, Elkins got the job done, and Daniel Pineda retired, put his gloves down in the octagon. So Daniel Pineda, thank you for all the wars inside the octagon. Anthony "Fluffy" Hernandez, congratulations to you. And of course, Francis the Predator Ngannou, back to winning ways. The question remains though, who does he fight next? What would your suggestion be? Let me know in the comment section. Thanks for watching. See you soon.